Get ready. Start. Apprehension have been expressed in some quarters that recent developments in South Asia raise the specter of an arms race and heightened tensions. These apprehensions are misplaced. India continues to seek good relations with all its neighbors, work with them to build on our commonalities and shared aspirations. Differences should be resolved in a rational manner, peacefully, and through bilateral negotiations. I have had a cordial meeting with the Prime Minister of Pakistan at Colombo, and our delegations have continued the dialogue here. This is not the place to air the differences in some of our positions. The Simla agreement, which both India and Pakistan have ratified, provides an agreed mechanism for resolving these differences amicably among ourselves. Let me say this loud and clear: there is no place for any third party involvement in this process, howsoever well intentioned. The state of Jammu and Kashmir is and will remain an integral part of India. The real problems there is one of cross border terrorism. The international system in which the movement must function remains based with inequality and uncertainty. Ethnic conflict continues in Europe as well as other parts of the world. The Middle East peace process remains deadlocked. Religious fundamentalism and terrorism daily claim innocent victims in many parts of the world. Protectionism, currency, speculation, and flight of capital have been a setback to the economies of many developing countries. Pressures on developing countries have intensified as the new architecture of the multilateral regime in trade, investment, development, cooperation, environment, and human rights shrinks the political space available to developing countries. The United Nations is being asked to shoulder increasing responsibility, but its financial resources rest on shaky foundations. Expansion and reform of the Security Council should be based on global and non discriminatory criteria. NAM and developing countries are most often the object of the Council's actions. They must have a role in decision making in the Council on the basis of equality. To meet the aspirations of its members, NAM has to develop the strength to translate its numbers into a effective voice in international affairs. It has to regain lost ground in a changed international environment. Another priority should be to set an agenda for the management of the international economy. Protectionism has returned in markets of the developed world. Trade and investments are being increasingly used to promote political objectives on labor standards, intellectual property rights, human rights, and the environment. These are defenses thrown up against the recent successes of some developing countries. These members have emerged in the vanguard of international growth. Stop.